Walmart running for president. That's what we have. We have Walmart running for president. And if we do not stop Walmart from buying our country from us by brainwashing the media and, all this collusion going on between them and the military establishment and the healthcare establishment. See, this is the danger. This is what I'm talking about. This is not Alex Jones theory. This is like real stuff, like Walmart. This is how Walmart affects America. First of all, they take your tax dollars. You as a citizen, this is what I'm talking about, why, I support capitalism. Nothing wrong with capitalism. It just needs to be regulated. And as a capitalist, you cannot compete with Walmart right now. It is impossible for you to get a loan from the government and create a nickel and dime store that will compete with Walmart. You can't do it. It's impossible. And that's one check against Walmart. Second check is that our government, which is you, because you're the one that pays the taxes, that pays their salary, and gives them the money that they spread around towards their corporatist allies. Our government takes our tax dollars and gives it to Walmart. They give them billions of dollars. And so not only can you not compete, but you are paying Walmart to stop you from being able to compete with them in the first place. So, if you live in a community and a Walmart has come to town, Walmart is personally taking at least a couple $1,000s straight out of your bank account to build itself. And whenever it's built, then it devaluates. This is the third thing about Walmart. Walmart is extremely destructive to all societies that it enters. What it does is it comes in. I watched it happen. I'm an eyewitness to this. This is not from some documentary. This is not something I read. I watched this happen. I lived in a neighborhood. It was kind of a ghetto, but it was an all right ghetto. It was a clean ghetto. Everybody had a good job. It was sort of a blue-collar ghetto. And there was a mall, and there was barbecue, and there was bars, and there was, it was a nice little suburb ghetto of a major city. It was a suburb right off of the city. And it was doing all right. We had gangs, and we had violence, and we had, the war on drugs problem, which will be another show I talk about. But we had an all right community. And then Walmart came to town. And not just Walmart, but Hypermart. And it's the size of 3 football fields. And it's 2 parking lots away from this mall. From this mall where every single store, there has to be customers at in order for it to survive. And they have a grocery store, they have guns, TVs, anything you want, you can get it at Walmart. Now everybody in that entire community, instead of going where they used to go into their society, they go to Walmart because it's 5 cents cheaper. And then what happens is slowly, but not even really that slowly, all the businesses around start going out of business. One by one, they all start closing down. And it forces everybody, and then because it's closed down, people that were patrons to those places that tried to fight the corporatist entity named Walmart, then they have to go to Walmart because the store that they were a patron to got closed down. So then even if they hate Walmart, they still have to go there because it's the only place to get anything. And it's 5 cents cheaper, so why not? You can get everything at Walmart. So what happens? Slowly, all these businesses start closing, and that's jobs. That's lots and lots and lots of jobs. And, eventually, cut to about a year and a half later, everything is closed. Everything in the entire society that I was living in is closed. It's all abandoned, broken windows, for sale, for rent, nothing. The barbecue's closed because nobody's got any money to go out to eat anymore because they lost their job. And you start going to Walmart, and I'm standing there in the line, and about 3 rows from me, this guy in front of me is buying a package of gum. He's acting kind of suspicious. And I see this black kid about 3 rows, and he jolts out the door, and he's stealing a pair of sneakers. And the guy in front of me was a spy that Walmart hired to walk around to, catch these people stealing. And he takes off after him out the door, 2 years goes by after Hypermart, Walmart moves in, and the entire society all of a sudden is crime and drugs and depression and nothing. And everybody's violent, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. And it's all because of Walmart. Okay? And then, this is to show you the gall of Walmart. Then after they've totally destroyed this thriving community, this community that was completely dependent, independent, and dependent upon itself, and self-reliant, after they've destroyed this entire community, then they up and move. Because they don't want to stay there anymore because the crime rate's gone up. So you start to see what's actually going on here. Walmart is destroying America. And what you have to do is stop it. Very easy. All you have to do is make sure nobody in your family ever goes to Walmart. You got to make sure nobody that you know ever goes to Walmart. And you have to make sure that your family and everybody that you know knows how much you hate Walmart. You have to make it an issue that they will begin to recognize. You have to make it an issue. You have to make an issue out of it. You have to tell them, don't go there because that's destroying community. And so what's going to happen when Walmart becomes law of the land? What's going to happen? I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, just look at that town. Look at what happened to that town I just described to you. That's what's going to happen to America. And there's going to be nothing we can do about it. It's going to get violent. It's going to get depressing. It's going to get poverty-stricken. Everybody's going to be hungry. Nobody's going to have any money. Nobody's going to have anywhere to work unless you want to go work at Walmart for peanuts. Which is what I'm getting back to, is that corporatism is slavery. And I am an anti-corporatist, social libertarian, and I will be dedicating my life to see the end of corporatist-held slavery, because that is unconstitutional. Now, I will tell you exactly how we can very easily and permanently put the corporatists in their place. And that's by going to www.nationalinitiative.us. If George Washington and Adams and Henry and the others that signed that Constitution, if they had stood up against the corporatists in the very beginning, we never would have had a civil war. Because if you would have asked anyone in the South what the Civil War was about, they would have said they're right. And the Yankees looked at them, extremely puzzled. What are you talking about? fighting for our rights as citizens. So what do we want as a citizen? What do we have? I mean, what method do Americans understand as a way to get results? Unity. 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 That's all there is.